Okay, so we live in this world just overflowing with information,
Right.
right? And telling fact from fiction. It feels harder every single day.
It really does, especially now with AI joining the party, generating content, images, everything.
Exactly. It's getting tough to know what or maybe who to trust.
Yeah, I mean, AI has amazing potential. We see that, discovery, access. But yeah, the flip side is synthetic media, misinformation spreading like wildfire. It's a huge challenge.
Which is exactly why this deep dive feels so relevant right now. You, our listener, gave us this really fascinating stack of sources about an organization called Thrive Local MediaSite. They seem to be tackling this trust issue head on.
They really are.
So our mission today, to give you a kind of shortcut to understanding their plan, it's ambitious. Building an AI-powered, blockchain-secured local media ecosystem, one you can actually trust.
And what makes it super interesting, I think, is how they're weaving in these pretty heavyweight frameworks. We're talking the NIST AI assurance guidelines and also America's AI action plan.
Right. So we're not just looking at what they're doing, but digging into why this approach might actually matter for, the future of reliable information.
Exactly. It's about building trust from the ground up.
Okay, so let's peel back the layers on Thrive Local MediaSite. The sources we have paint a picture of traditional local media. Well, let's be honest, it's often seen as slow, a bit disconnected.
Yeah, fragmented, maybe even fading in some areas. That's the common narrative.
So what's Thrive Local's answer? How are they positioning themselves differently?
They're basically saying they're the antidote. Fast, connected, and really community-focused. The heart of it is this AI-powered editorial engine.
Okay.
Get this. It's designed to spot emerging local trends and get stories out in hours, not weeks.
Hours, not weeks. That's a massive difference in agility.
It is. And it's not just about speed for speed's sake. It's about making local media truly responsive, reflecting what's actually happening in the community, like right now.
And it goes everywhere, right? Omni-channel reach.
Mm-hmm. Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, newsletters. The content cascades across all of them.
But wait a second. As soon as you hear AI and hours, not weeks, you have to wonder, is a human even involved? Or is it just machines churning stuff out?
That's the key question, isn't it? And the sources are really clear on this. They emphasize that every story keeps its heart, tone, and authenticity because there's always human editorial oversight.
Okay, so the AI is like a super fast assistant, maybe doing the first draft or the heavy lifting on research.
Exactly. It handles the volume, the speed, spots the trends, but the human editors provide the nuance, the integrity check, the final sign-off. It's AI-powered, but human-approved.
That balance sounds crucial. But Thrive isn't stopping at AI content, is it? They're bringing in blockchain and NFC tech. How does that fit in?
Right. This is where the Web3 or decentralized angle comes in. They have the SmartAI token. Think of it as a utility token.
Okay.
You use it for accessing premium content, maybe loyalty rewards, even sponsorships. It runs on a blockchain, so it's transparent and verifiable.
And the NFC, near-field communication.
Yeah, NFC experiences. So imagine tapping your phone on a poster for a local band and instantly getting a discount code for their next show, plus maybe a link to their latest song. Or a tourist hacks a menu outside a restaurant and gets the history of the chef, plus a special offer.
Oh, that's clever. Bridging the physical place with digital content and offers.
Exactly. It makes a connection tangible. A resident might scan a tag on a gallery flyer and get an exclusive invite to the opening night. It's about weaving the digital layer directly into the local environment.
It really does sound like it could benefit everyone. Local businesses get storytelling, real impact data, wider reach.
Yep. Chambers of commerce get like a digital megaphone to boost their members.
Residents see their neighborhoods reflected accurately, maybe discover hidden gems. And tourists, they get these immersive guides, maybe even tokenized check-ins at landmarks.
It creates this flywheel effect. Engagement drives token use, which supports local businesses, which creates more content.
Yeah.
It all feeds back into the ecosystem.
It's a holistic vision.
Yeah.
And they have a big plan for it, right? A 10-year blueprint.
Oh, yeah. It's ambitious. 2025 to 2027 is the launch phase. Get the Smart AI token out, the NFC tech working as a service, and the first Thrive Local pilot city up and running.
Then scaling up.
2028 to 2030, they're aiming for 50-plus stories daily and expanding into multiple cities.
Wow.
And the long game, 2031 to 2035, they want Thrive Local to be the global standard for Web3 media, using decentralized tech to basically reinvent local news and engagement.
A global Web3 media standard.
Yeah.
That's aiming high. Okay, that's the vision. Powerful stuff. But But like you said, the devil's in the details. Let's dig into how the AI actually works. Say, for their Long Beach pilot, what's the setup?
Right. For Long Beach, the mission is clear: a fully automated AI-enhanced platform covering local lifestyle, business, tourism, economic development, the whole shebang.
And the tools.
It's a smart division of labor. They use ChatGPT agents, think specialized versions of ChatGPT for the actual content generation.
Okay, writing the drafts.
Exactly. Then they use ChatLM agents specifically for quality control, like a dedicated AI fact-checker and style guide enforcer.
Interesting. So one AI writes, another AI checks.
Pretty much. And then there's Communda. It's a process orchestration tool. Think of it as the air traffic controller, making sure all the pieces, the writing AI, the checking AI, the human editors, the publishing schedule, all work together smoothly.
Got it. Communda keeps everything flowing. And they talk about this being a learning loop-driven vision. What does that mean in practice? Does the content just get better automatically?
That's the goal. They aim for 10+ adaptive content pieces daily. And adaptive is key. The prompts given to the AI content generators actually evolve based on real-time audience engagement data.
Ah, so if people are clicking on stories about new cafes, the AI gets prompted to generate more related content.
Sort of, but ideally smarter than just chasing clicks. The loop is designed to create smarter content each week by understanding what resonates, what topics have depth, what formats work. But crucially, that QC agent and the human editors are there to prevent it from just becoming clickbait or an echo chamber. They ensure tone, accuracy, and relevance remain paramount.
Okay, a constant feedback loop refining the output. And the sources mention strategic pillars for this automation. Let's break those down. First, content engine automation.
Right. They literally have 10 different ChatGPT agents, each one focused on a specific content category, like one for entrepreneurs, one for creatives, one for local events, one for investors, etc.
So specialized writers.
Exactly. They produce micro articles, scripts for Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, newsletter blurbs, and then it's automatically syndicated to the website, email, social media, high volume, diverse content, fast.
And Communda orchestrates all of this. What's its role again?
It's the central hub. It manages the whole workflow, assigns tasks, routes content for review, handles approvals, triggers the syndication. It enables those if this then that rules. Like if the ChatLM agent flags the tone as off-brand, automatically route this piece back to a human editor for review. It ensures nothing slips through the cracks without the right checks.
That makes sense. A necessary safety net.
Yeah.
And that QC agent, the ChatLM one, what exactly is it checking for?
It's doing several things: checking if the tone matches the Thrive Long Beach voice, adding SEO tags and metadata so people can find the content, performing initial fact checks, and just ensuring overall compliance with their editorial guidelines. It's the first line of defense for quality.
Before a human sees it.
Often, yes, or it flags specific things for human attention.
So, with all this AI humming along, how do the human teams fit in? Are they just watching dashboards?
No, it's much more dynamic. They're integrated at key decision points. The publishing team gives the final go for the day's content. Editors dive deep on anything flagged by QC or pieces needing more nuance, ensuring local accuracy and source integrity.
And the trending analysts.
They're looking at the engagement data, figuring out what's resonating, and suggesting new angles or topics for the AI agents. Researchers feed in fresh data, validate bigger reports. It's genuinely collaborative humans guiding, refining, and ultimately controlling the AI's output.
Okay, this whole setup sounds incredibly efficient, potentially very powerful, but it brings us right back to that core issue, trust. With AI so deeply involved, how do you govern it? Why is AI governance so critical, especially for a media outlet?
It's absolutely critical because, as we said, AI's power cuts both ways. In media, the risks are huge synthetic media, deepfakes, misinformation spreading instantly. AI can unfortunately amplify these problems.
Right.
So AI governance isn't just a nice to have, it's essential. It's about building in integrity, accountability, fairness, and transparency from the start so you can actually earn and maintain public trust.
So how is ThriveLocal tackling this? The sources point to two main frameworks they're leaning on: the NIST AI Assurance Guidelines and America's AI Action Plan. Let's start with NIST. What exactly is the NIST AI Risk Management Framework, AI RMF?
Okay, so the NIST AI RMF came out in 2023. It's a voluntary framework, which is important. It's not regulation yet, but guidance. It helps organizations identify, assess, and manage the risks associated with AI systems.
Without killing innovation.
That's the balance they aim for. For a media company like Thrive, this is huge. It gives them a structured way to build trust by design, not as an afterthought, but baked into how they develop and deploy AI.
Trust by design. I like that. How does the framework actually work? It has core functions.
Yes. 4 main ones that cover the whole AI lifecycle: govern, map, measure, and manage. It essentially turns trust from this vague idea into something you can actively manage and, well, measure.
Okay, let's break those down. Govern. What does that mean practically for Thrive?
Govern is about setting up the rules of the road, establishing the policies, the structures, the culture for managing AI risk. For Thrive, with their DAO structure, this could mean smart contracts defining rules, or having committees specifically tasked with AI oversight, ensuring compliance, documenting decisions. It's the top-level accountability.
Got it. Setting the strategy and oversight, then map.
MAP is about understanding your AI systems in context. Where are they used? What data do they touch? What could potentially go wrong? For Thrive, it means thinking through, say, how their recommendation engine might accidentally create filter bubbles or promote biased content, and mapping out those risks.
So identifying potential harms before they happen.
Exactly. Then you measure,
Which is?
continuously assessing how the AI is actually performing against your goals and risk thresholds. Tracking things like, are our misinformation detectors catching enough? Are we seeing bias creep into the article recommendations? It's about ongoing monitoring with real metrics.
Quantitative and qualitative checks.
Right. And finally, manage.
Taking action.
Precisely. Implementing steps to mitigate the risks you've mapped and measured. This could be retraining an AI model that's showing bias, updating safety filters, responding quickly if a deepfake slips through, making adjustments based on the monitoring data. It's the active, ongoing process of keeping the AI aligned with your values and safety goals.
So govern, map, measure, manage. A continuous cycle. And NIST offers more specific guidance too, doesn't it? For things like generative AI.
It does. They have specific guidance like the Generative AI Profile, NIST IR 601, that tackles risks unique to AI that creates content like hallucinations, where the AI makes stuff up, or IP infringement, or generating harmful content.
Which is directly relevant to Thrive's content engine.
Absolutely. There's also guidance on secure software development for AI, the SSDF, focusing on building the AI securely in the first place, reviewing both human and AI-generated code. And another draft guide on managing misuse risk, thinking about how bad actors might try to exploit the AI.
That misuse part sounds critical. What kind of things does that involve? Red teaming.
Exactly. Red teaming is a big one, basically hiring ethical hackers to try and break or misuse your AI to find weaknesses before someone else does. It also includes having an incident response plan ready before something bad happens and being transparent about how you're managing these risks.
Okay, NIST provides a really robust technical and organizational framework. Now let's shift to the national strategy level. America's AI Action Plan, dated July 2025 in these sources. What's the big picture there?
The AI Action Plan is the U.S. government's roadmap for maintaining leadership in AI. It emphasizes things like free expression, ensuring AI pursues objective truth, national security, but also critically fostering innovation and avoiding overly burdensome regulation.
And for Thrive, this isn't just background noise, right? It directly influences their strategy.
Absolutely. It provides signals about national priorities and potential future regulatory directions. Aligning with it now is smart.
And there's a really interesting point in the plan about free speech and objective AI, especially regarding media and information.
Yes, this is quite significant. The plan explicitly states AI must be designed to pursue objective truth over social engineering agendas.
Strong wording.
It is, and it gets even more specific. The plan directs NIST to revise its own AI RMF guidance to remove references to terms like misinformation, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and climate change.
Wow. Why?
The stated rationale is to ensure federal AI guidance remains ideologically neutral. For ThriveLocal, the implication is clear. Double down on truthfulness, transparency, and neutral algorithms. Their editorial policies should focus on correcting or contextualizing misleading information, not censoring based on potentially contested viewpoints. It reinforces their need for objective, verifiable reporting.
So the focus shifts strongly to factual accuracy and transparency about methods, rather than trying to enforce specific social or political outcomes through the AI.
That seems to be the direction indicated. Another major pillar is promoting open source and open weight AI models.
Why is open source so important in this national plan?
The plan sees it as crucial for driving innovation, preventing monopolies by big tech companies, allowing organizations to self-host sensitive data, and promoting scientific rigor because the code and model weights are open for inspection and improvement by anyone.
And for Thrive, this means
It reinforces their potential strategy of favoring open source models. This allows for external audits, community contributions, and reduces dependence on proprietary black box AI. They could also tap into decentralized compute markets, like using spare GPU power shared across a blockchain network, further reducing reliance on big cloud providers. It aligns perfectly with their decentralized ethos and the national strategy.
that's a fascinating convergence. The plan also talks about AI standards and evaluations, specifically mentioning deepfakes.
Right. It highlights NIST's role in developing standards and mentions expanding programs like the Guardians of Forensic Evidence, which evaluates deepfake detection tools.
So Thrive needs to be ready for that.
Exactly. It means proactively building in content authentication and deepfake detection. Things like scanning user videos for manipulation, maybe using cryptographic signatures, or providing a verified real badge. It's about getting ahead of the curve on proving authenticity.
And the overall tone on regulation in the plan, it
Yeah.
seems cautious.
Yes, definitely pro-innovation. It talks about removing red tape and avoiding smothering AI in bureaucracy. For Thrive, this means they can likely continue to be agile, pilot new AI features carefully, and provide feedback to regulators. By adopting high standards like NIST now voluntarily, they're essentially future-proofing.
Because future regulations will likely build on NIST anyway?
That's the common pattern. Being compliant early puts them in a strong position, allowing them to focus on innovation rather than constantly reacting to new rules.
Okay, so we have the vision, the AI engine, and these two big frameworks, NIST for risk management, the U.S. Action Plan for National Alignment. Now, the crucial part, how does Thrive actually operationalize all this? How do they make trust a day-to-day reality?
It really starts with their governance structure. They're setting up an AI governance council right within their DAO.
The Decentralized Autonomous Organization.
Right. This council isn't just executives. It includes editors, tech leads, and, importantly, governors elected by the token holders. They oversee the AI risk policies, making sure they align with NIST's govern function.
So token holders genuinely have a say in how the AI is managed. That's pretty radical transparency.
It is, and it's backed by clear documentation. They're creating an AI ethics and risk policy document, their Thrive AI Assurance Charter.
Which says what?
It mandates clear labeling of AI content, editor review for AI pieces, regulate audits of the algorithms for neutrality and bias, plus maintaining detailed model cards and data sheets for their AI, basically. Nutrition labels explaining what the AI does, what data it trained on, its limitations.
Accountability built right in. And they have a compliance officer, too.
Yep, someone whose job is to track regulations, conduct audits, and get this, share the non-sensitive parts of those audit results with the DA community in an annual AI accountability report.
Wow, public accountability reports. Okay, moving to the tech side. How do they actually build the AI systems with assurance by design?
It means building checks in from the start, automated tests for bias, accuracy, security vulnerabilities before any new AI model version gets deployed. And crucially, every time they release an update to an AI model,
Yes.
it automatically generates an audit log that gets recorded on their blockchain.
On the blockchain, so it's immutable.
Exactly, tamper-proof. It logs who reviewed the model, what tests were run, the results. It creates this verifiable trail of evidence showing they followed their own procedures. It's a powerful use of blockchain for process integrity.
That is powerful. And for proving where content came from, content provenance.
They're looking at standards like the Content Authenticity Initiative, CAI, or using blockchain hashing again to create a sort of digital watermark certifying the origin and history of a piece of content, plus simple metadata tags clearly stating AI-generated or AI-assisted.
Transparency at the content level. And how do they monitor these systems once they're live?
With continuous real-time monitoring. Systems watching for anomalies like, why did the AI suddenly publish 50 articles in an hour instead of 5? And tracking key performance indicators like how often the content filters wrongly flag good content.
So alerts go off if things look weird.
Right. It allows for quick intervention, either automated or by escalating to human operators. It's an always-on approach to safety and quality.
Okay, let's see how this plays out for the actual teams. How does this focus on trust affect, say, the human editors.
It actually empowers them. They get specific training and an AI editorial checklist to critically evaluate the AI's output. They have the final say. They're not just proofreaders. They are active curators of truth, correcting and guiding the AI.
So their skills become even more valuable. What about the trending algorithms? Those can be controversial.
They're building in guardrails, checking trending topic suggestions against fact-checking databases, ensuring some diversity in what gets promoted. And they plan a public trending accountability dashboard.
A public dashboard showing what?
Showing what's trending, but also potentially why something might have been downranked or blocked if it violated policy. It's radical transparency again, directly addressing concerns about algorithmic bias or manipulation.
Okay, how about monetization? AI in advertising can be a minefield.
They're committing to a responsible advertising framework. No targeting based on sensitive attributes. They'll provide an ad algorithm transparency statement and ensure the ad systems are objective and free from ideological bias, focusing on relevance.
And for social media, influencers.
Yeah.
Where deepfakes are a nightmare.
Authenticity and disclosure are the rules. Influencer partners get a responsible AI usage guide. Any AI-created virtual influencers have to be clearly labeled as such. And crucially, they plan to run deepfake detection on all influencer content before it goes live on their platforms.
Proactive detection. Okay, so boiling it down, what are the absolute key risks they're focused on mitigating with all this? Let's start with deepfakes and synthetic media.
Zero tolerance for undisclosed fakes. The strategy is layered. Deepfake detection tools built into the workflow, digital signatures on genuine content, and clear labeling of anything AI-generated or altered.
And the big one, misinformation and disinformation.
Again, a multi-layered defense. AI tools for initial fact-checking, partnerships with human fact-checking orgs, letting the community report suspicious content, maintaining their own knowledge base of verified facts, and issuing corrections or warnings fast when something false is found.
It's a constant battle, really.
It is. And finally, bias and fairness within the AI itself. That's baked into the AI lifecycle. Regular bias testing and mitigation efforts, actively tuning algorithms to promote viewpoint diversity, and listening to the community to spot biases they might have missed. It's an ongoing commitment.
This whole system sounds incredibly thorough. You mentioned the decentralized advantage. Why does being a DAO actually make this better or more trustworthy than if a traditional company tried to do it?
This is where it gets really interesting, I think. First, using open source AI models, as encouraged by the action plan, means anyone can inspect the code.
Community scrutiny.
Exactly. Thousands of eyes potentially spotting bugs, biases, or security holes way faster than an internal team at a closed company ever could. The community becomes part of the quality assurance.
That's a powerful network effect. And the decentralized compute.
Right. Using distributed computing networks like people sharing their GPU power makes them less reliant on big tech cloud providers, enhances resilience, and fosters innovation. They'd use cryptographic methods like zero-knowledge proofs to verify the computations done on that network are correct without revealing underlying data.
Okay, less centralization risk. But the tokenized governance, how does that directly boost trust and compliance?
It creates real skin in the game. For example, they could implement reputation staking. A developer contributing an AI model might have to stake some SmartAI tokens. If their model later causes a major compliance issue, like consistently generating hate speech, those staked tokens could be slashed, meaning they lose them.
Ouch. A direct financial penalty for bad AI.
Exactly. It strongly incentivizes building safe, reliable AI from the start. They can also use tokens to reward good behavior bounties for finding vulnerabilities or grants for developing new trust-enhancing features.
And token holders vote on major AI changes.
Yes, using token-weighted voting. But critically, before a vote, the AI Governance Council would provide an impact assessment based on the NIST map phase outlining the potential risks and benefits. So voters make informed decisions.
Informed governance. Can smart contracts automate enforcement?
Potentially, yes. Imagine a smart contract monitors certain compliance metrics. If an AI system repeatedly violates a safety threshold, the contract could automatically trigger a DAO proposal to disable it or fund a fix. It adds a layer of automated accountability.
That's fascinating. And lastly, the blockchain as an audit trail.
We touched on it, but it's worth emphasizing. Every model version, maybe hashes of the training data, the content provenance records, all governance votes and decisions logged immutably on the blockchain. It provides that ultimate tamper-proof evidence for audits and accountability. It's transparency you can cryptographically verify.
Okay, so pulling this all together, Thrive Local media site applying NIST guidelines, aligning with the U.S. Action Plan. It's not just about compliance paperwork, is it?
Not at all. It's fundamentally about building a competitive edge. In a world drowning in questionable content, being able to demonstrably
AI's efficiency with the integrity needed for journalism.
Precisely. And using these decentralized tools, open source AI, shared compute, token governance, blockchain audits, it fosters a level of transparency and collaboration, a kind of verifiable trust that's just really hard for traditional centralized organizations to match.
It really feels like a potential glimpse into a new way of building trusted information systems.
It could be. It sets a high bar.
So here's something to think about. If a media platform can build this level of trust transparently, using decentralized governance and cutting-edge AI assurance, what does that mean for the future? How might it change your expectations as a listener for accountability from all the content you consume every single day?